Hello everyone. Oh my goodness, we're launching a brand new one-day special right here on Hochanda right now. Do you know what a one-day special is? Well, it's a fabulous product or bundle of products that are reduced in price for 24 hours only, or of course whilst the stocks last. And the reason why I give a little bit of a laugh there is because I think this is going to fly out the door. This is the very first time you're seeing this launching right here on Hochanda, and I'm so proud to be standing beside my wonderful friend John Lockwood, the boy next door.
Hello.
How are you,
I'm
sir?
very good. How are you? I love the new haircut.
Well, I'm loving the new you. You look superb.
Thank you.
Have you been working out?
No. I've just been eating less.
Well, you look fantastic. You look fantastic.
Yeah, I worked out this correlation. The more that goes in that way, the more that comes out this way. So
well,
I had to try and break the cycle.
Well, you look absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
And it's great to be with you, John. I'm so excited about this collection. Let me give you the details and then we'll talk about exactly what you're getting, because we've got a great deal. I'm going to tell you about the one-day special first, but hold your horses. That's all I'll say before you check out your basket. Your one-day special, £29.98. You're saving £5. It's a wonderful set of dies for you that's going to enable you to build and create some amazing scenes, not just cards, scenes. And this will last through Christmas, into the spring, into summer, autumn, back to winter, all year round. And that's why this is true value for money. It really is. When you take a look at that die, you will first of all see the trees, but then you'll see something else. You'll see the birds that are in the trees, and then you'll see something else. You'll see the mistletoe that's in there as well. I think each and every time you look at it, you will see something, you'll add something, you'll embellish it, make it stand out. It's absolutely gorgeous, and these are going to be fabulous for your box dies designs as well, to give that extra depth. You've got your trees there, those lovely fir trees and those stars as well that are all about Christmas, but of course you can still continue to use them all year round as well. It just depends on your backgrounds that you use. We've got some beautiful flowers added to this particular tree, and this is something that perhaps we've got a little nod to in September, isn't it, John?
It is, yes. I kind of forgot that I'd used these across quite a few of the samples, and they won't be out until September. Sorry, guys.
Well, it's a nice sneaky peek. Just to give you an idea of what's in the one-day special before we move on, you've got these beautiful dies that cut out these trees, because sometimes when you see the artwork on the packaging, it doesn't do it justice because they are larger. Another little look there. And everything's going to be dispatched on the 19th of August. I mean, look at that family of deer there with your snowflakes. That's your one-day special, everyone. 561-885. But this is unusual for me to say. Don't check out your baskets just yet, because we do have a complete collection for you, a combined collection, because there is another set for you that is available separately. But again, you don't want to do that, because what you can do is have the whole complete combined collection. So you're going to carry that saving from your one-day special. You can get the other bundle on its own with a £5 saving if you wish, but what you're doing here is getting a further £5 saving on this whole complete combined bundle. £54.95. This is a great deal, but you know what? We're going to divide that cost into two, which means, of course, you can pay over 2 months. Now, already 10% of the stock has gone. 627754. We'll turn those graphics around for you in a moment's time so you can see that flexi-buy payment. But if you are dividing the cost into two, it's going to be 20-something pounds. She said
£27.50.
It's £27.50. There you go.
Ish.
£27.50 thereabouts on your freedom price. So if you do want to pay for this over 2 months, my goodness, we're getting busy now. What a collection, John. You've only gone and done it again.
Thank you. I love this one. I really do. The idea was, I mean, I'll be quite honest, and if you've got my box kit,
yes,
there's actually the original sketch in there for this die.
Really?
And an explanation of how I did it. So you actually can, it talks you through how we made this Four Seasons die. But I was given a tin of biscuits last Christmas.
Were you?
And I loved it because it got like trees painted on it going in.
Yes.
And I thought that would make the most brilliant die. So that's what I designed. And I wanted everything to be in one die set. So that's why it's quite a big set, and it doesn't look it in the packaging. But you look here on the one that Janice has got, you can see there, that's completely flat, but when you pop it...
Isn't that lovely?
And that is only using the dies in the big bundle.
Wow. Do you know what I'd put in there, John? We like it, we love them. A little tea light, wouldn't that be lovely?
Yes.
An LED one as well, which is your perfect Christmas decoration that's not going to cost you a lot of money to make.
It wouldn't actually, because it's only card, but the idea was we called it 4 seasons.
Yes.
So I've done spring, summer, autumn and winter. This sample here, this is one of Maxine's, but this is exactly the same die as made that Christmassy card, but this is for spring. And again, it's been made so that you've got all those layers in it, so you can see you've got the bushes on the trees, the twigs and the branches, the little birds, and then you've got the green sort of back behind it. Then one that's a little bit more Christmassy. And
look at those two together. You know that they're the same die, you're making them and you're using them, but when you initially look at those two together, it looks like two completely different die sets that you're using there.
It does, and that's what I wanted. I wanted this to be a set that people will have on their desk all year. You don't need to think, oh, that's only for Christmas, what else can I do? There's a great actual little booklet in front of you that was done by Sheila. And this she's actually done all 4 seasons in it. So this is all just done with the one die set.
Oh,
so
wow.
There's spring.
Look at that, everyone.
And
how
then you've
beautiful is it? I love the way they're standing out as well.
It's so clever the way she's done
so
it. Then you've
clever.
got summer.
Oh.
Then you've got autumn.
Wow, look at that.
And
Isn't
then
this
you've got
stunning?
winter.
And again, completely different each and every time. Does this open all the way
does.
around? It certainly does.
So
Look
it creates you a sort of full, but that is all seasons, and that's what I wanted you to achieve, to be able to make your Christmas
John,
cards.
This is beautiful.
But use it all year. I mean, Sheila's done an amazing job on this.
Oh, John, I've got to tell you, a quarter of the stock has gone. We're only 6 minutes into the show. Wow. Oh, my goodness. We are going to have demonstrations, we promise, but we do have other items on the show that we're going to get through. But here's your chance now to get this complete bundle, 627-754, £27.48. It is an incredible deal. It's the first time you're seeing it, so be the first people to get this into your basket and check on out. Dispatching on the 19th of August. It's absolutely delightful. And these have got my favourite trees in. I absolutely adore these. I think it's something about the pattern that's within the trees that makes this such a wonderful imagery to have, isn't it?
It is. I wanted to do the winter trees, and the woodland trees is a die we did last year. And it absolutely flew. People loved it, and I love it because it's got all that detail in there.
Yes.
But I wanted it just works so well with this, and it was a perfect opportunity for me to show people how what you've got this year works with what you've got last year. If you missed it last year, it's here.
Yeah.
And it just works, everything works together, because to me that's what we've got to have when we're buying products.
Well, this is it, and they do need to work together to take you through the different seasons, and that's with your dies, but you've also got the embossing folder as well. Now, with the embossing folder, let me bring up a couple of samples, because this absolutely blew me away when I saw this. First of all, I picked this sample up. It was the first sample I went to, and I picked that up, and we were like, oh, wow. The embossing folder. Now, what card have you used for this?
I've used the waterfall glitter card in the silver on that.
Oh, wow.
So it shows how well the new craft artist glitter card embosses. And then to actually get the shading, I've used Mica Magic, the metallics.
That really is absolutely magical. And do you know what I'm thinking as well? Behind there, if you can draw, if you are an artist, or maybe, yeah, you could draw in between the trees, so it looks like you've got a deer walking behind the trees. You could do it that way, or use your dies to have them in front of the trees. And this one is absolutely stunning as well. And if I put the two together, you can see, you know, we talk about doing different cards with the same dies, with the same embossing folders. Again, put those two together. They look completely different, but it's the same embossing folder.
It's exactly the same embossing folder. One is embossed on silver glitter card, one is embossed on white glitter card. Both gone over with silver and graphite Mica Magic. And to me, you can see two different images completely, but it looks so deep. There's so much depth.
Yeah, it certainly does. It could be Christmas, it could be summer, it could be spring, it could be autumn. It's absolutely fantastic. I do need to say a huge shout out to the angels.
Yes, I do. I always forget their names.
Well, their names are going across the bottom of the screen for you, John.
Sam very kindly has emailed them in to poor Katie so that we can say thank you to everyone, and I don't forget anyone. But I really do, I'm grateful. The Angels are not a design team. They are friends of mine, people I've known for years, some for months, some for weeks. who got the same ethos as me and just helped me out by making samples.
Oh,
but
isn't that lovely?
on the Crafting with John Next Door group, there is a chance for people to become a guest angel for a month.
Ooh.
So if you have a look on the Crafting with John Next Door and Crafts 2 group, there's a little detail on there for you to become an actual guest angel for September.
Do you know something? I might check that out myself. Ooh. I need to tell you though, 40% of the stock has gone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 10 minutes into the show, did I just say a quarter of the stock? 40% of the stock. Oh my word. We better get to John for some demonstrations, everyone. But do keep checking out your baskets. Quickest way to order is the website. John.
Right, so what I thought it was best to do was to show you first simply how we do the layers and how we can make something with it. Now what I've done is because these are the Christmas dies and they obviously are on the extended delivery, as with the demos that I did in the last show, these ones have all been filmed for YouTube as well.
Okay.
So when you actually get your stuff, you are not going to be lost going, oh, can I find it on Rewind? What did John do? I've filmed them all so that you can actually see and watch along and craft along with me, because I know we don't normally do an extended. We've had to because of the situation at the moment, but the demos are there. So don't worry, this demo is also on YouTube for you. So I've cut a piece of the black glitter card from the monochrome pack, and I never know whether this, there we go, just comes beautifully. I'm actually using everything from the monochrome on this one because it works so well. So, but the die is very detailed, and in the set you're going to get 3 large dies. So you're going to get the outside line, you're going to get layer 1, you're going to get layer 2, and you also get layer 3 in there. So everything's in. And it's easy to tell which is the first layer because that's the one with the solid trees. So they've got the solid trees, layer 2 has open trees. So that's the way I remember it anyway. So all I need to do is put this on nice and evenly, grab from my case some tape, because I forget to bring something out every time, and it's the tape this time. So what you will find with glitter card, can you see that die doesn't tape down as well as normal?
Okay.
So just make sure you give it a good press, or what you want to do is actually tape it to your plate. So get a bit of tape and tape it across the die, across the card, and onto your plate.
I need to tell you, John, we're at half the stock. I'm really sorry for interrupting. I'll try and do it at an appropriate time, but I do need to tell everyone that we're so busy. I don't want anyone missing out. Because we're only 12 minutes into the very first show of the one-day special, some people might be tuning in right now. They may have just finished their tea, thinking to themselves, oh, we've got a whole hour on the launch for the one-day special. Oh, my goodness. Well, no, we are so busy. It's a good idea, if you have just joined us, to get checking out your baskets. Now, with the trees, when they're gone, they're gone. So I don't want anyone missing out. So I'm going to try and help you along the way, alongside John when he's demonstrating, if that's okay with you guys.
Perfect. So that's just run through. And if you can see, there's a lot of detail line in here, and I've cut glitter card. This is our non-shed glitter card that's designed to die cut, but you know that this is one of the hardest surfaces to go through, and I always believe that I should cut live on air what you're going to get at home. Okay. So that you can see it. Now, what I've done is I ran it through at the side, but I can see here on this little bit of sort of mistletoe here that it's not quite as cut through. Okay. So you could run it through again, or take something like a pair of scissors. Yes. And just rub along the back.
And is the die still underneath there?
Sorry? Is the die still in? Right. What that does is that just finishes it up. Can you see how those lines have got darker? Yes. What it does is it just finishes it off. So if you ever find you've got a really detailed die and you've got this one little bit that's, I nearly said the B word then that I say at home, that's a bad thing, and it won't do it, just get something metal and go over it. Sometimes it's easier. But again, this is all tied together, and these lines are finer than they actually ever want me to make. Okay. So when you're taking it out, go from the front, remove your tape. I know it's sort of teaching some people to suck eggs, but we miss a lot of these things. Not at all, John. It's really handy to see. And then you want to ease it out on all sides. This is not one of those pieces where you just pull the die off. Okay. Because it's got all the detail. What we want to do is just, and then ease it out. But can you see? John, we're at 2/3 of the stock on. Everyone, I know once that one's gone.
2/3 of the stock gone 14 minutes into the first show, and we had a huge stock as well. We knew we'd be busy because this is the first time you're seeing this collection, and it is a beautiful collection, John. You've excelled
Thank
yourself
you.
this time because it's something you can use all year round, and that's what we want as crafters. We need to be a little bit careful with our money now and our selections. We understand that, we really do, and that's why this beautiful collection will see you throughout the year. Christmas time, you'll make the most beautiful Christmas cards. Springtime, you'll make the most perfect spring contributions to your crafting. Then summertime, those beautiful trees in there. And then you've got your autumn as well, which will be absolutely gorgeous. And each and every time you use them, they'll be different. Thank you to everyone for your emails. We've had so many in. We will let John see your emails after the show as well. And if we get a chance, we'll read some out. It's always nice that you've taken the time to email in. So if we can include you, we will.
Yeah, no, thank you. That is so lovely. It really is. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through and I'm just releasing each piece, yeah, and bringing it out. Now, on the glitter card, I'm not going to pretend.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to have to sit and take these pieces out. Yeah.
Right.
To me, it's worth it for the look.
Of course.
Yeah. I can give it the flick, and quite a few pieces will fall out. You can see they're just coming out.
Imagine, John, if you were using this with some of the paper, you know, the double-sided sticky paper, and then adding glitter. Imagine the time that that's going to take you.
It would be a killer.
Yeah.
It really would be one of those jobs that's not worth it. But it's not taking that long. But I've got a piece I've already cut, so I'm just going to bring that one in. But I think, to me, it's really important. I don't like it when I watch someone demo a die and they go, look, and it cuts like this, and it's just a... You know, I'd rather say, you know, this one might be, you take your time on it.
Yeah.
It's worth it in the end.
Yeah. Well, that's what crafting's all about,
It
John.
is. Well, it's an
really
enjoyment. So we can see here, I've got now my piece. If I hold that one up, you can see there I've done this actually in the graphite as opposed to the black.
That's stunning.
But that's, I mean, to me, slap that
Oh,
on a
look at
card
the
blank and you're done.
birds.
But you can see, there's 3 birds in there, so
Go
it's
on,
almost
point
like
them
a
out. So you've
competition
got
to spot them.
3 birds. We've got... Now, I don't know what my left... My left, I can see one just at the bottom corner. I can see one at the top right. Oh, and then one in the middle as well.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So you've got the 3 birds.
Oh.
Yeah? So what I'm going to do, I need to cut the next layer now. So I've taken a piece of silver glitter card, again from the monochrome pack. Yep. And I've cut this bigger so I get a nice border. But if I'm going to leave this flat, if you can see there how nicely that works.
Oh my goodness.
As it on its own. But of course, what we've actually got in the set, we have got the next die down to give us the bushes. So what I would do is don't bother sitting there and putting that underneath, and no, just put that in the middle. And this is the bit that reminds me of a sort of 1920s potter.
Yes.
Yes.
And is this going to get you your foliage of the trees?
This is going to get you your foliage of your trees.
Mean.
But it really has that sort of 1920s look. So
yeah,
use it on its
does.
own. And I have got a demo I'll be showing you tomorrow where we use that on its own.
We've got lots of people joining us from America as well. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching us. We are 80% of the stock gone of that complete collection. Congratulations, John. I knew people would like this. I knew they would love it. I knew they would adore it, and you are. So check out your baskets. Make sure you get it. Again, I don't want you to miss out. 627-754, 2 payments of £27.48 gets you that whole complete bundle.
So this one's cut out, and you can see again, this is a lot easier because this is a bigger die. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just take out these little pieces, but you can see here how easily they all come out. But can you see the pattern starting to?
Yeah. Do you know, John, if you were to use your first die on its own with the birds in,
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. And then if you were to use this die without the other die, it still works perfectly because you know it's still a tree.
Because this, and I will be demoing this probably late 8 o'clock or tomorrow, that's just using the second die in the set on its own and inking through.
Is that some vellum?
So there you go, that's some vellum, yeah. I will show how this one's done. But you can see there, that's just using the second die. So again, you've got a lot of flexibility in here.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. I really think when a die, to me, has got to earn its place in my stash. So it's got to do something different, or it's got to make something easier, or it's got to last and work with what I've already got. So I've picked all those bits out now. You can see that, how quick that was. So I haven't previewed it.
We've gone limited stock, John.
Ooh.
Limited, 6:20 and we're limited stock. Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. So what I'm going to do for speed, I'm going to use some spray glue into the lovely no man's land that we have between Janice and I.
Yes. That magical trapdoor.
If you don't like using spray glue, I would suggest you use the Craft Artist Glue Glaze. This is actually, and I bet I haven't unwrapped this one. No, always do this, I think. But I will show you on another one. I know a lot of people are very funny with using spray glue.
Yes.
That we, you know, asthmatics and people who don't like the smell and things, and there are lots of health reasons out there, and it shouldn't stop you. But what you've got is, this is a very fine, flat, instant grab glue on a lip gloss brush.
Really?
Yeah. So for doing these delicate areas, look. I mean, I don't see the point in pretending, you know, reinventing the wheel. No, we've used lip gloss packaging for this.
Brilliant.
It seals in this quick dry glue. So
just
you
don't
can
get them mixed up.
dot around, yeah, don't get them mixed up because it's a quick grab. But this is available, I think it's a 2-pack on one of the miniature glues on the end of call.
Yeah.
If people wanted that. So
That is
I know I
brilliant.
wanted to sort of say that. But can you see there how easy this is to just line over?
Oh, John, look at that.
And you can see there instantly how I've made a scene.
Do you feel really proud and to coin a phrase from Leicester, chuffed with yourself?
I do.
When you do that and you look at it, I bet you look down and you give yourself a little bit of a pat on the back. You must do.
I breathe a sigh of relief when it works. I genuinely do. I mean, this was really, really lucky. Normally, these dies have to go back and I redraw and change things. This only went back once.
Really?
So I got it right first time, and when it worked, I was just sort of like so over the moon.
Now we can see the birds, and I can also see we've got some mistletoe on there as well, but it doesn't have to be mistletoe.
No.
It could just be the end of the branches.
But
beautiful.
what I've done is I've put in the third layer.
The third
So there's a third layer to take it further back. So I'm going to have this white, but again, you could do a different shade of green or something. And this one you can see here. Yeah, there we go. Fits in. But can you see there, you've got a little spike coming out. That's almost like the brush on there.
Yes.
So you can just drop that one in and cut that, and that takes it to 4 layers. 1, 2, 3 and 4. But all within the same die set, so you're not having to buy you know, a separate set to get those different layers. So all I do is simply cut that.
And even if you just use that on its own, I know on its own it looks a different shape, a bit abstract, but I still think that that would make a really cool aperture for a card. Something just a little bit different, something a bit different. Try it, because that's what the dies are all about.
It's in there, and it's for you to play with and see what you want. I mean, you could technically use that as bushes on the front and have them as a bush here stuck on top rather than going in.
Yeah, you could.
So you can use this in lots of different ways, but this is really simple. So that, move those out of the way. So there we've got that one. Then, can you see there we go in?
Oh.
So that when I then go onto a black layer, we're going in. But I want to create a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give this a little spray glue again, or some of the glue glaze, onto the white card. And I will need to sort of trim this out. And what where have I, oh, there we are. Everything goes everywhere with me. I thought we could, it makes a perfect shaker card.
Oh, how lovely.
So, what I'm going to do is spray glue, piece of acetate cut to size on the back. Simple. Now come on, John, you had this in front of you like 2 minutes ago.
What are you looking for?
My foam tape, honestly.
Your foam tape.
Oh, it's there.
It's there.
I'm terrible. Every time. I
always
forget something, always lose something. So I'm going to do onto that. No, my phone's in the green room. I'm being good.
You're being a good boy.
I am. That's just because the producer's listening. Obviously, if she wasn't, then I would admit that it's in my pocket.
Well, everyone at home is being very good as well, because you are checking out your baskets, but we are extremely limited. So if you have just joined us, this is your one-day special show. We're having such a busy start, and your complete bundle has been flying out. It's what most people are going for. If you want to get hold of it, now's the time to give us a call, 01733 62000, or head to the website, because with the trees, once they've gone, they've gone. This is in the larger bundle now. It's superb value for money. Divide the cost over 2 months, but get everything sent out to you on the 19th of August. 627 754.
Right, so all I'm going to do, I'm now going to add some of the snow we've got on the show.
Yes.
So I'm going to add some of the snow in, which just works perfect for this. I'm going to add a little bit of glitter, which might be coming soon.
Okay.
Which is the reason why we put the snow with the set of pots, because it'll be really useful for something coming on the 30th of August.
Oh, it's exciting.
So, but I like to sort of stage things through, because I think that's how I do things.
Yes.
I don't, if I'm faced with too much at once, I get completely lost.
Yes. And it's nice to look forward to things, isn't it?
It is. So, all I'm going to do, and then because it's easier to do it this way, I'm putting a second piece of acetate over it, because sticking that in the right place on the back is a nightmare.
Okay.
So now I've got my faux shaker card with my snow in.
Look at that.
But look, I love the way the snow works, because it's 1 millimetre with the glitter.
It's perfect.
It actually looks like it's snowing.
It's perfect.
So,
I love that. The details on the screen for your artificial snow, and it's $9.99. And do you also get the storage case with 12 pots? Yeah. No, you don't. That's amazing. $9.99 for all of that. That is excellent value for money. 470185 if you want to pop that into your basket. And if you are doing so with that complete bundle, remember it's available on FlexiBuy, so you divide the cost of that into two. It'll only be £4.50 today in your basket.
So all I'm doing now is put it onto a little bit of black, matting and layering it, and then I nearly made, remember we were talking before about Australian cards? Yes. The first ever demo I did, I nearly made one then again.
And buy that for people at home, John.
That means a card that's upside down that folds at the bottom. The first ever demo I did on TV, that's exactly what I did.
Was it?
Yeah, exactly what I did. So there we go. But what I would do then, of course, all I've used so far are 3 of the dies in the set. I have another, what, 12 or something like that, something crazy.
Yes, still to go with
because
your deer and
you've got all
your
of
trees.
the deer, so I could start to stick the deer coming on the front or put them in behind. I can start to add the snowflakes on, if I want to add the snowflakes, or I could start to add the little bits of foliage, because there's extra metal, so I put little bits of foliage in, so you've got little sort of spring plants to put
Isn't that so lovely?
into that layer as well. So there's just so much you can do, but I just wanted to show, you know, the basics of how we put it together.
John, that's absolutely fantastic, and each layer was just another wow, and then another wow, and that's how it's going to be for you as well when you get these home, when you start to craft with them, when you start to build them up and see what you can create. We're technically sold out.
Oh.
Okay, right, we're going to hatch a plan. We're technically sold out. That means we're in everyone's basket. Please do check out. Now, they are available on FlexiBuy, which means anything else now you add to your basket before you check out will be on FlexiBuy. And to tell you more about that, here's our lovely Leonie.
Flexi Order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi Order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi Order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
It certainly does. That's a beauty from buying from us here at Hochanda. So we do thank you for joining us today. My goodness, your one-day special, that complete bundle, well, that's gone. Let's have a look at your one-day special. This is a marvellous collection. It's the first time that you are seeing these today here on Hochanda. I think these are magnificent because it gives you a chance now to build and create scenes, not just for Christmas, but for springtime, for summer, for autumn. And this is something that you're going to have with you all year round. You can use these separately, you can use them collectively, and they can be very festive, but they can also be very seasonal as well. It's a fantastic die set to get, and it does feature some of my favourite images. Trees, love them, can't get enough of them, absolutely fascinated by trees. You probably know that from all the pictures I put on Facebook. I love birds, fascinated by the birds. They're in the trees for you. They are. If you have a look, you'll see 3 birds in that die set. You've got the deer as well. I mean, I love deer. And again, I live near a deer park, so images, again, to me and to you guys out there are really hitting a chord inside. And then you've got those fir trees as well. Bring all of them together in your one-day special, £29.98, saving £5. Make cards like this. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Now, if you've already got dies at home that you want to use with some of the dies that you're getting, how about that? Look at that angel. You might have an angel or a fairy. Now we've got the collection of trees there and it's flying over there. So many different things that you can do and create with your one-day special. We will show you more samples as the show goes on, and we do want to thank the angels for creating them as well. Right, that's your one-day special. 561885. Now we've got some good news for you. For all of those people that have missed out on that larger bundle, it was exceptional value for money. What we've done is we've put another one together, a new bundle for you, because we know we're busy, so it's a good idea to give this to you right now. So this time, £46.97. You're still getting your saving from your one-day special, but then you've got that extra £3 saving. So with the new bundle, you're still getting that marvellous embossing folder. Absolutely adore that, and I know you're going to love playing with that. But we've got this other collection of dies with your mistletoe, and you've also got your pine cones as well. So that's going to mean that you can build and create those wonderful cards. But also, again, I think pine cones not just for Christmas. You can use them at other times of the year. Of course you can, because it's more woodland, it's more natural elements. So those are the 2 additions now that we've added to your one-day special at a great price of 2 payments of £23.49. But you're still getting that fantastic embossing folder included. 417851 is your new item number, and then you can pop those into your basket. But considering being extremely busy, it's a good idea to check out your baskets now to make sure you get it, so you can sit back and watch the rest of the show. Right, we've got more for you on the show, so let's have a look at some of the other items we've got available for you. So here I go, live walk, loving a bit of this. We've got some more dice here. Now, if I just bring those together so you can see these. I've seen some of these before, haven't I, John? You have, yes. These were launched last year. Yeah. And what I wanted to show, the reason I brought them in is because they're designed exactly to fit within the Four Seasons die. So if you want to put different scenes behind them, you've got all of those different scene dies to add to it. Within the trees. And when I started doing the samples and said these are going to fit, I actually sort of said to Uncle Peter, have we got any left? And what did he say? He can put, and he said, not a lot, but yes. So he let me put a special bundle on of them for anyone that missed them. Oh, that's fantastic. So that they'll actually, because they work exactly with it. And I know new people are tuning in all the time. Yes. So if you've got them, everything we're doing this show will work with them, but if you haven't, they're there as well. Perfect. Now, if you're a Freedom member, £26.97, saving £7, Freedom members. It's kind of a why not deal, because your Freedom membership is £6.97, so it's a good idea to become a Freedom member. Let me just take you through the dies. I'll show you a couple of the samples here. Beautiful dies with the images that, of course, are very Christmas imagery, but some of them you can use any time of the year. Great size dies as well. As John said, these will work perfectly with the one-day special and that larger collection. So those are the size of the dies, but have a look at those beautiful images that you've got just there. How delicate but beautiful is that? I just think that I loved the polar scenes, and they work so well with the Finley's trees as well. I don't know where I've put it actually. There's my favourite sample that I made for the entire show.
and it's sort of silver on silver on silver, and I've got a real awful feeling I left it on the I left it in the craft cave up on the wall.
Well, we'll see if we can find that. Again, lovely imagery, whether you're using this with your circular dies to make the apertures, or whether you're making box sets. Are these lights going to work? Do they work? I wonder if they work. I'm not sure if they work. But yes, you could add some lights inside there. How about making a card like this? This is lovely. On that black card, we're just adding some elements over there to bring out the detail. Isn't that fantastic?
That's actually done on scraper foil.
Scraper foil?
Remember the pictures that you used to get with the
Yes.
tiger on, and if you scratched it off like me, then you ended up with sort of a manky looking cat because it never worked properly. But that's literally just embossed and then cut and then sanded back.
Isn't that fabulous? That really is. And again, going back to those polar bears, I think this is one of my favourites, that lovely sky in the background.
I just think that is just such a beautiful classic card, and of course if you wanted to, you could put the black trees against that. They will work in that, and that was the idea, was they would work perfectly with the new One Day Special as well.
Well, in your bundle, you've got Little Town, Nativity and Polar Bear Scenes, 11 dies in total, £26.97. It's a good idea to pop those into your basket. And if you're going with that larger bundle, remember that's available on FlexiBuy. So it does mean the cost of this will be divided into two. If you're not a Freedom member, of course you can still buy this as a Freedom member. The price, when you're not a Freedom member, is $29.97, 061695. Now, we did talk about your faux snow and that box that's going to enable you to keep all of your items in. I'm going to turn that the other way if I can. There, look at that. She's only gone and done it. Perfect. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pots in there, and you get your artificial snow. £9.99. So you've got all of those boxes just there that you can add them to. So the snow, let me show you the snow, because I've got some here, not real snow. This is fake snow, artificial snow. You ready for this? Now, doesn't that really does look like artificial snow?
It's what they use in theatres, apparently.
Is it?
To actually give the effect of falling snow and onto stages and things like that.
Really?
I know last year we did a 2mm one, which is what they used in window displays. But it didn't work as well in shaker cards, so we asked them if they did a fire, and they went, "Oh yeah, we think we can do 1mm."
Oh, this is
so
brilliant.
this is what we've managed to get for this year. But it's
oh
the
my
one
word.
product I've seen that really genuinely looks like a piece of snow.
Yeah, it does. Can you see that at home in there? It looks like it moves like snow, it looks like snow, but it's not as cold as snow. It's not as cold as snow, so that's fine. And it won't melt. It won't melt in this hot, sweltering summer heat that we're having at the moment. Might make you feel a little bit cooler, but it won't melt. That is sensational. I love that. Right, now let's have a look at the glitter card, because this is something that John was using in the demonstration. It's a huge bundle, and it's non-shed glitter. But it's not just about being non-shed, it's about the build-up and the make of the paper, isn't it, John?
It is, yeah. There's lots of things of non-shed glitter card around, and you see lots of different, the word's bandied around a lot, and all it actually means is that, it's been encapsulated somehow.
Yes.
The non-shed glitter card that we do is what we call intricate die-cut non-shed glitter card. The way that it's actually formulated, this is actually a foil that's hot pressed onto the card. Yeah. So in actual fact, there is genuinely no glitter in it. So there is no glitter in this glitter card.
There's no glitter?
There's no glitter.
But look
so
at that.
Even if you shed it, even if you die cut it down, as I did in the first show, or you take a knife and start scraping, it isn't. It's an effect that's achieved by a sort of a hot foil process.
Now,
that's why it cuts so beautifully, but it feels like silk.
It does. It feels so super soft. We've got some great colours in here. Beautiful graphite. We've got black. We've got that gorgeous blue. Blue's very popular at Christmas time. Probably due to a famous film. Oh, John. Now, this is the white, isn't it?
This is the white. The white's very clever, because when you say white glitter card, you immediately think of white with crunchy glitter on it. Yes. And a high sparkle. That's not what we've developed. In the right light, you'll see the sparkle you're seeing, but it was designed so you could stamp on it and you can ink it to make your own glitter card. So if you look at that one there, that is the glitter card, white, embossed, and then inked with the craft artist inks and the brushes.
And you can see
So I've made my own ombre
sparkle.
glitter card there.
That is brilliant, isn't it?
It's a basic, and the thing is, sharp white card against some of this glitter card can look really off. And
Yes.
I don't want to say the word cheap, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The white glitter card just softens it and it just looks so, so nice.
It certainly does. Let me just grab the last couple together that we've got for you, because we've got some gold in there and we've got some silver as well. Absolutely stunning. Different texture.
That's the waterfall.
Yeah.
So this has a sort of waterfall stripe feeling all the way through it, which
That
just is absolutely beautiful. It's something different again.
Isn't it? Absolutely sensational. You've got your gold and your silver in that. £24.99. Perfect for die cutting, perfect for inking onto. 990964 is your item number. 60 sheets in total. That's value for money, saving £5 on that. Sorry, I don't know why I'm looking over there. You're there, aren't you? I've only been doing this for a couple of years now. It's terrible, terrible. Apologies, everybody.
You're trying to make the blooper reel, aren't you?
Terrible. Just looking at myself on the monitor. Right, let's have a look at the stamps we've got available for you. This is your daily deal. The price will go back up at midnight tonight, and when it's gone, it's gone. I think this is a great addition to your dies and the bundles that you're going for at the moment. 343812 is your item number, £9.99. It's a great deal. You're saving £10, but the price will be going back up at the top of the hour. So might want to add that to your basket. It's only £9.99. What a bargain. What a bargain. Right, back to John.
Right, so I thought I'd use the embossing folder, and I'm going to show you. This is on the white glitter card. So as I said, you've got that sparkle on it, but it depends on the light.
Yeah.
You could get this home and open the pack and go, there's nothing on it, but when you feel it, you'll see it.
Yes.
Depends entirely on the lighting, but it's designed for the effects. So this is the Nellie Snell and Trees embossing folder, and it's a 3D one, so it's not like your standard emboss where it's flat. These are all domed to give you that real 3D edge, and we've kind of been hiding this away since it first came in rating for this show. So you want to make sure that your back side of your card is down on the raised area. Just going to fit it in and emboss through your machine on whichever way that you would normally emboss. With the one I'm using, I use a rubber mat or the Silicon Crafts 2 mat and my big plate, so I'll run that through. But in Blue Peter style, I have one I've already done.
I love that, John.
So, yeah, because I got that sandwich wrong. So what I'm going to do now is, I could use inks on this or anything, but what I absolutely love and want to keep that Christmas theme going, I'm going to use the Mica Magic.
Now, we do have these on the show, don't we? We'll bring the details up on the screen for you for those. There are the metallics and the basic brights, and you get them both together for £24.98. What a deal,
Yeah,
saving
it's
£5.
crazy, isn't it? It's
Why
like,
do we love these, John?
I adore these. Are a pressed powder.
Okay.
So they're basically, it's micron pigment in a cream binder that's pressed. So there is nothing to dry out. This particular set I've been using for nearly a year now. Since we
No,
first.
have you?
This is my first sample set that we
Oh
were
my
testing around
goodness.
this time last year. They won't dry out if they're sat on a shelf. There is nothing in there. There's no solvents or anything. So they're not dangerous to anything and they won't dry.
Wow.
But they just blend and work perfectly. See here, this is using the black. Just with my finger, nothing else, straight over. But the thing is, I mean, it's a similar look and a similar sort of almost effect as you'd get with a gilding wax or a gilding finish. But of course, with gilding wax, you'd have to open so many different pots.
Yeah.
This is all in one and it's all maintained. So I've gone black. I'm going to go into the graphite. So just same finger. Yeah, because it doesn't contaminate.
Oh.
I'll show you in a second. If I go over now, so this is with the graphite, and I'm going to pull down a little bit more. But can you see where I've gone on heavy? I
Yeah.
can blend still.
Yeah, you can still move it.
I can move that around, take a little bit more.
Now, John, I know you're using your finger to put this on because it's nice and it's bringing out the elements, but what else can we use?
You can use your finger daubers.
Okay.
So you can use your finger daubers. So you can take one of those and you can just use that as well.
Now, we've got some finger daubers, 40 finger daubers, in a case as well. My word, the price is fantastic. £21.99, 422 944. Look at that, John.
But what I love is, I can go into the black now and darken. So the finger dauber is really good for actually getting an intense colour.
That looks brilliant.
So blend that in. But of course, if I wanted to, if you look at that now, I can go into the white. Watch the white.
No, but it's...
But it's not contaminated it.
John?
Yeah.
That was black.
Yeah.
On the white.
I know I can go into the black and I won't put any white in.
How does it
That's
do
what's
that?
so crazy. I have no idea.
Is it
just
like
does.
a flask that knows when it's hot
Yeah,
and knows when it's cold?
Yeah, it's like magic.
Because they fascinate me. I don't know how does the flask know when it's cold to keep it cold and when it's hot to keep it hot? It's genius.
It's so clever. So I'm now going to go into the silver. And I'm going to go silver round.
Now, which colour palette are you using there, John?
This is the metallics. This is the one that I really said is for Christmas.
I'm going to pick up the bright.
And then I'm going to go into the white.
To show you at home. Because I think, now that you've seen how these, you can use these, I mean, look how easy that has been.
But of
to get the
course,
gradient as well.
So I've shaded that through, but if you look, I've not lost the shine. Again, the light's not going to show. We'll try it on the front, but I can see I've not lost that shine or
No,
that shimmer.
I can see that, yeah.
There we go. Perfect. Christine, perfect shot.
Perfect,
But you can see there. But again, what I can do, because you're on about the brights.
Yes.
If I actually wanted to make this a little bit lighter, or I actually wanted to make this into more of a spring or summer, I'm going to take the same Dauber that I had the black on.
No,
Yeah.
because these are brights, John.
Yeah, and I'm going to go into the green, and we're going to add a little bit of green on, because they layer on top of each other. Going for the darker green.
Oh my word.
So I can then, or if I want to give a suggestion of cherry blossom with the same Dauber, I'm going to go into the pink.
How does it not contaminate?
And add a little bit of pink. That's why we called it Mica Magic. When we developed it originally for the flower foam. That's all it was going to be for, was to colour flower foam. And then when I started testing it, there was just so much that I could do with it.
What kind of mediums can we use them on, John?
You can use it on any porous surface.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to go onto... I mean, if you look, I can build it up onto this plastic mat. So it will build up, but it's not designed to.
No.
Yeah?
That's if you're using it on something like vellum or something like that.
Yeah, but it works perfectly on vellum, it works
Yeah.
perfectly on card, on paper, on anything like that, really. But I'm just
And I'll tell you something, with the addition of those finger daubers as well, think about how easy it's going to be to add colour, to build up your images. Rather than using a paintbrush, you're using your fingers now, you're using the finger daubers. You could just use your fingers if you wish, but John's using those finger daubers. Well, actually, you're just using one to go from each of those colours, and you've got 40 of those finger daubers for you to use with the case. And again, John's building up what is now starting to be a really cool mixed media style background.
Well, to me, that is getting the Northern Lights.
Oh my word, it is. Yeah.
Sort of behind the trees, what we're actually getting is the sort of look of the Northern Lights.
Oh, I've got goosebumps, John. I've got goosebumps.
Yeah. You know, or there's a rainbow, or you've got the light refracting or something.
There's a rave
it's
going
just
on
so
in the woods.
clever, but it just really works. But again, if I use my finger,
Yeah.
which is easier, so I'm going to use my finger into the black. Now, the reason I'm using this is because I can get a lighter touch.
Okay.
But what I can do is just then start to lightly touch the detail of the leaves. And can
John,
you see
use
there
some white as well.
how I'm pulling out the... This is what's so good about a 3D folder, and also, without being sort of derogatory or funny, can you imagine trying to do this on a gilding wax?
Yeah.
You can't
But
keep layering.
But you also get a lot of gilding. You know when you're going for a little bit, you get a lot, and then it's wasting it. I bet white would look nice on there, just as with your finger just going over
just
it as well.
pick up a little bit of white. The same finger.
No.
So the same finger again.
And it goes on perfectly.
So I can lighten that down and pick up.
Oh, I'm loving these, John.
But I
want
love
to go
that.
home, and well, no, I don't want to go home. I want to go home.
But on the folder,
No,
you
what I
can
mean,
see
I want to
all that
play.
detail now of that folder being 3D
Oh, they're lovely.
through.
I've got some handmade papers that I got from Charmaine, Dolly
Oh,
Dimples.
yeah, I've got some of her. I love her
Would
handmade
they-
paper.
would
I've
this
got some-
work well
they
on
work
there?
perfectly on it, yeah.
Oh, I need to get some. That would be a...
But just like that, and we've got, then you can see.
That is absolutely fantastic.
All
Oh
that
my
shine
word,
and
everyone. To let you know, you are getting, oh my goodness, all of this. So you're getting your brights and also those lovely metallics as well. You're getting both. They're both separate. Woo! They're both separate like that. And when they're closed, they look superb, and they don't take up much space either. And we are so busy for those. If you do want to get hold of them, I think it's a great investment. I really do. £24.98. 430414 is your item number. Impress your friends when you go from that dark black straight onto the white. It's fascinating. It's almost magic, isn't it? I know there's a science to it, but it's absolutely fascinating. Right, how long have we got left of the show? 5 minutes left. Right, your large complete bundle that you have just here includes your one-day special and the savings with that one-day special. The original bundle sold out, but this is superb. What a great deal. You've got your embossing folder, which you've got in the other larger bundle, and the only difference is this particular die set here, and this one you've got your mistletoe, and you've also got your pine cones as well, which of course is going to take you all the way through all the different seasons as well. Pine cones are there all year round, really, aren't they? £46.97, saving £3. 417851 is your item number. But so many of you taking advantage of your flexi buy. £23.49 today. We'll send everything out to you, and this is being sent out 19th of August, and it's while stocks last. While stocks last. If you want the one-day special on its own, you're more than welcome to go for that. Back to you, John, for the last moments.
So, very quickly, I thought I ought to do something with Finley's trees.
Yes.
So I'll just show how they work, and I might end up finishing this one off at 8 o'clock tonight. But I stole this idea. I've got a brilliant friend in America called America.
Have you?
Yes, and her name is America Coon, and she does the most beautiful cards. But obviously, being in the US, we can't get stuff to her and then back at the moment for me to have her show samples to show on air. In fact, we've actually got two of the angels, bless them, Angie and Angie. That didn't arrive before I left today, and they were both sent last week. So we know there were still problems out there, and you know we're well aware of that. So what we actually did with America, she sent me pictures, and I loved the card she'd done, and I thought, right, I'm going to do my own rainbow version of that.
Oh, fantastic!
So this is based on America's demo, but with the Finley's trees, what you're actually getting is, and they're called Finley because Finley is Peter and Jane's grandson.
Yes.
So you'll see, because we've done Peter's tree in the 2 J's, and you'll see Jane's tree at the end of the month. But what you're going to get is, you get basically a solid and a open that you could ink through for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sizes. Then you get extra little small ones and the little stars. So with the largest tree, what it means you can do is you can cut a solid and you can cut a top. And we can just run those through, and I won't get time to thingy, so I'm just going to show you.
Do you know what these would be great for as well, John? Like advent calendars. For the front of the pockets, for the advent calendar.
Would.
Yes.
Well, they're just small enough and cute enough, but they work together on their own.
Maybe for some of the little boxes that you've brought out to us as well. Little gift boxes.
They would fit on the advent box. They're always designed to fit. But when they've cut out, and again I'm going to struggle a little bit to show you, but one comes solid. And then just on the largest one, you get all of the little bits. And again, I'm using glitter card just to make it harder for myself rather than normal.
Another idea, John, Christmas decorations on the Christmas tree. Ooh. Just stick a bit of wire through all of those.
Now that
with that glitter
nice.
paper. That's it, your tree's done.
Yeah, it really would. Angie's done some, Angie Elder is sort of Art Angel is her sort of, she goes on to Facebook as. She's done some brilliant things with this. But you can see there we've got the gap. So you've got a gap, which we can then put onto the white solid so we can see the other colour through.
Oh, that's lovely.
Or what I like to do is just offset it slightly. So we've got that little edge.
Shadow. Oh,
so you've got the shadow. So I've done this in lots of colours of glitter card.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've embossed a background, and I'm just going to take a little bit of silver, and this is just on normal card. But just to bring it out, because I was going to show you, and I will show you at 8 o'clock how I've extended this.
I'm loving these micro powders.
So I will continue this one on at 8 o'clock, I promise everybody. But then can you see how you're seeing it now? But I'd literally then...
That's a frosty morning.
It is.
It is. That's a frosty
It's
morning
exactly
with
as we'd
all the
find it.
mist.
But I'm just going to go all of the colours and do the rainbow.
That is absolutely fantastic. And what a lovely card to send somebody this year, as we've been using all the colours of the rainbows for all kinds of different messages. Isn't that lovely? Special
Can't hold it up
greetings.
because it's not glued down.
Well, I've got this one here that I can show you.
Yes.
A fantastic card, and this is how it could look. Again, you could use these for your Christmas decorations. Love that idea of having the shadow effect on there. How bright and cheery is that? My goodness, we're down to the final 20 seconds. John, we're back together, are we?
8 o'clock,
8 o'clock. Or is it
hopefully.
Catherine? Oh, it's me.
No, it's you.
It's me. Back at 8 o'clock tonight. This is your one-day special, but of course you've got that complete collection. Please do check out your baskets. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Stay where you are. Catherine's got a rather exciting